Hi, this is Vicki Romaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today we're going to concentrate on what to do with our wonky houses. I made this in my last video, and a lot of people seem to like them. And if you didn't get to see that video, the description box will hold the link to it. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is use this wonky house. Kind of looks like a Tudor house or a house at a windmill or just any kind of house that you can imagine. All right, I've got my scoring board, and I have cut a piece of cardstock that is approximately 1.5 inches. Well, it's closer to 1 inch. And what I'm going to do is score down the middle. And then I'm going to fold it over and use my scoring tool and press it down good. Okay, now I have this piece of cardstock. One side is a little wider than the other, but that doesn't matter. I'll probably use the wider side on my house. First thing I'm going to do is put some glue on one side. And in this case, it's the narrower one. I'm using Aleene's Tacky Glue. And I'm going to put my little notepad on the inside. Now, I've only glued this on one side of the little piece of cardstock. I kind of bent up my scrap pad here, but that won't matter. It'll smooth out eventually. Okay, next I'm going to put my house on. So I want to see basically where it's going to go. The easiest way is just to glue the back of the house. So we'll just hope you're able to see what I'm doing. Sometimes I have to put it up close to me to see myself. You'll find out when you get old that you can't see as well as you used to. And I'm going to put it up like this. Now, everything is fine, except I've got this notepad sticking out behind it. We're going to solve that problem in a few minutes. But I want to show you that now I can lift my house up and my notepad is underneath. And I'm kind of waiting for this to set up good. And we'll take the X-Acto knife and cut through it. And give me a minute and I'll do that because I need to go to a hard service. Okay, we have our little house trimmed here. Here's my trimmings and my X-Acto knife. That's what I used. And what I'm going to do now is get my scissors. I'm going to try these. I don't think they're going to work, but we'll see. Maybe I'll just start with the big ones. Make it easy the first time. Okay. Now I've got this piece of cardstock that's holding everything together. And I'm going to trim it all off to the side of my house. And it depends on how thick your notepad is as to how hard it's going to cut it. Okay, we got one side done. Let's try this one. I think I'm going to go from this direction on this one so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Now, here's my little wonky house. And you open him up. And you have a pad. And as I said, my pages kind of got messed up there, but you get the idea. So you have to trim it out, or it's not going to look right if you have some of your notebook pages sticking out. But that's how I put it together. Now here, I can put some distress it again, like I did around the edges. I can distress this, that way this won't look quite as white. But you have the idea. A notepad made from a wonky house. And what we can do is just stick it in. Just stick it in a junk journal. We have something to write on. Okay, that's number one. All right, let's get rid of some of the papers here and see what else we can do. Okay, let's look at this little guy. He's kind of one of my favorites. What I can do with him is, let me look over here and see what I can find. Yeah, I can use a fancy paper clip if I wanted to. Or in this case, I've just got a plain paper clip. And let's put him on a blue page. We can put him down like, we can put the clip on him first. Now don't forget, I use fairly thick cardstock there, or cardboard for the backing of my houses, because I wanted something really substantial. And so I can just paper clip him. Right onto a page, and he'd be like that. Okay, that's the second idea. Or let's see, let's get one of these. Let's try this. Now, I've made some kind of wonky looking paper clips too. I made that in another video. But in this case, I'm just going to take some gold paper clips. So here we go. I got two. Take my big paper clip here. I think that he'd probably look better like that. Let's see. There he is there. Okay. I'm going to put these scissors up because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. And I've stuck my hand twice. Let's make that 3 times. So we'll put that over there. Okay. What else can we do with our wonky house? Let's see. I like him. Hold on just a minute. My last stabbing of my scissors cut my hand. So hold on. Let me get something to put around it. Here's the house I'm going to use next. And for it, I'm going to make a slip pocket. And I'll show you what I mean, or a slide pocket, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's just take this page here. I'm going to glue it at the bottom. I'll be gluing it at the bottom. And I'm using that Eileen's rubber cement, which really holds nicely. So, and it should be enough to hold whatever I'm going to put behind it. So I'll put something like this behind it, and the only place it is glued is the bottom. So that gives you an idea. Let's look at this little guy. I think he's cute. He looks like a chef, though. He looks more like a chef than he does a Wonky house, doesn't he? Well, anyway, that's when I cut. I don't know. I just cut. I don't have anything in mind, and if I did, it wouldn't matter because I'd end up with something stupid looking like this anyway. So these crazy houses, Wonky houses, are just my thing because that's the type of person I am. Okay, what if we did him and we could make a belly band with him? Put some glue at the top, put some glue at the bottom. This piece may be too big. No, I didn't. Glue at the bottom, and you can slide it through like this. And that makes a belly band. Glue the top and glue the bottom and put whatever you want in the middle. Make it as a belly band. Okay. How about this little guy? What should we do with him? Why don't we make a regular pocket out of him? We glue up the sides. And you don't really have to glue this over here, I wouldn't think, because whatever you have is going to be small and it's going to go down the middle. So we glue the sides, glue the bottom, glue up this side, and then whatever we have will fit in here. All right. Now, I'm not going to forget my card makers. I have a use for it. For the, I have a use for the Wonky houses in my, for my card makers too. Hold on just a minute, let me get my stuff. Okay, I've got some stuff here to make a card. There's some extra papers, cardstock that I don't need. Put this out of the way. Now, I've got some book pages. Trying to decide what kind of print I wanted. So I'm going to go with this old book here. This is my cardstock that I'm going to use for my card. And I think I'm going to leave the title on. I'm going to try to tear it with the title on. The book is so old that you can't really tear a small piece off. Now let's see what we have. Okay, I'm just going to kind of trim it down a little bit for the pieces stick out too far. Okay, now we'll go to the bottom. The width is not too bad. I'm going to try to take a little off the width. Okay, at the bottom, down below here. Does much easier when you've got a big piece to hold on to. Okay, that looks about right. So we'll just, I'm going to use rubber cement this time. Reason being, I want to be able to move my book page around on the card. And this is a liquid type of glue, so it makes it easier to do that. Anytime I have a lot of layers, I use my rubber cement. And that's by Elmer's rubber cement. Okay, here's my card. Now, let's see what we want to put on it. Put this little house here. He's kind of large. Put him. Got a couple more here that we got left over we haven't done anything with. We got that. We got that. Let's see, I either like this one or this one. Let's go with the wonky one, the really wonky one. Okay, and I had to kind of scrape some of that off. Now we're gonna use the rubber cement. And if you'll notice, I distress the back of my wonky houses. That helps the appearance of the whole house, because I distress them around the outside on the front too. Okay, now this is my card. What I can do, we'll scoot it up just a little bit so I can stamp something down here. Or I can take some pens or crayons or whatever and make me some trees on each side. And then I can put something down here. So that's another way of using your wonky house. Let's see how many we thought of. We have the card. We have the notepad. We have the slide-on pocket where you just put it on and something goes in. Otherwise, you only glue the bottom. We have a regular pocket. We have where you can make a belly band out of it by gluing only the top and the bottom. Like on this one, you'd only glue the top of the roof and the very bottom down here, and you'd put something in between. And then we also did a regular pocket where you glue the three sides. Well, that shows how we can make wonky houses useful, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it gave you some ideas. Now, if you didn't see me make the wonky house, go back to the link that's in the description and watch me make these. It was really fun to do, and it's actually fun to make these too. But the reason as I said, the reason I didn't glue these actually in was because I wanted to put them in a different journal. Now you see what we can do with our wonky houses. If you will, come back and see me what I have and see what I have in store for you for next time. And in the meantime, have a great crafting day, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.